Hey there, YouTubers. I'm going to do a quick little video, and you got the title already. The title is Why Some People Quit Making YouTube Videos. Now, I'm going to say at the beginning, I'm not sure if I'm going to personally quit making videos, but I'm getting pretty close. So I'm going to put in some of my reasons why I'm thinking of it, and probably why the majority of people quit. But before I do that, it's a wonderful day. I got the rooster finally back in my local store. It changes my life. Okay, so that's a good thing. But now why I'm considering personally stopping making YouTube videos. And I think it's a lot of the same reason that goes with my viewers. I think they have, and I have, kind of lost interest. You know, YouTube's a lot of work. People think they're going to start YouTube and they're going to make a lot of money. And it is a lot of work. I make a little bit of money, but not very much. But everybody thinks they're going to be the new sensation. And it takes hours and hours and hours of work to do this. You have to film it. You have to interrupt your life in a way to film stuff if you're going around and traveling. Like I do. This is in a van. I would assume probably only my diehards, which thank you very much, are going to watch this. But yeah. So it's a lot of work. A lot of times you're editing videos in a van, that kind of stuff as you're traveling. And it's fun. I enjoy doing it. And I don't do it for the views. But when you make a video and you put in all those hours and think, for me, I do it because I'm trying to help other people, trying to show them some places that they can go. But when you spend hours and hours doing it and then finding some place to upload your videos if you're traveling and all that stuff, and you get a couple 300 views, you start like, why am I going through this? You know, I know why I do it, but it does become a, what's the reward? Because again, it's not money for me. Many people it is, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when you do a channel like I do, where I travel around and my goal is not to do drama, which sells, you have to do drama. Not to have the camera on myself all the time. This is rare for me. I do my videos to show other people where they can go. And I'm not dumb. And I watch other people's videos occasionally. I actually don't watch very much YouTube. I find it, I'm surprised that I do it because I'm not really interested in watching many other people's stuff. And I've realized that the same thing has happened to me. I had a time there where I was relatively popular, not big, but relatively. And now just a lot of people have lost interest. So you start wondering, why am I doing this? So how the YouTube algorithm works, if they pick one of your videos and promote it, I've had that happen a couple times, you get great views. If they don't, not so much. Because a lot of it is the view time. If somebody watches just a minute or two of a 10-minute video, that hurts the creator, and I hate that term, they're creators, but it hurts that person with YouTube's algorithm of promoting your video. So if people don't watch a lot of your video, it stops people from watching your other videos. It doesn't get promoted. I've done some where I have the same topic of somebody else and it's just not getting viewed. And then you look at it and you go, okay, let me watch that video as compared to mine. And you're like, okay, as an instructional video, I think mine is better, but it just doesn't get any views. So myself and a lot of other people just get tired of all that work you do to not reach an audience, either to make money for most people or just to try to share information, which is mainly what I do. So that algorithm can really wreck it. The other part, like I said, what's tough for me is I'm trying to live a life. My life doesn't revolve around YouTube. I try to do the videos on the side as I'm doing stuff. And sometimes you just realize I'm devoting way too much time and energy into making the video as opposed to living my life. Well, if I'm traveling in this van, almost every night, I spend a couple hours each night. All right, so then you also have, when you make videos a lot on YouTube, you have technical problems. Like I just have, my battery died, so I had to plug it in to charge it because GoPros suck. They're terrible. I want to replace the GoPro with something if I continue doing this. So there's a lot to put in to making YouTube videos. And when you get the feedback from people, I guess that's another thing that I'm fortunate of. It doesn't weigh in my decision, but the internet's a terrible place. You know, if you read some of the comments that people make, it's a horrible place. That's why I don't watch much YouTube myself. You go through the comments, and I'm fortunate, maybe saying this, I'll get all kind of comments because there are people that just really enjoy being nasty. And if you're a successful channel that gets a lot of that, it gets really old. And it can get scary for some people because, you know, the World Wide Net Web is an ugly place. So, again, fortunately, I don't get much of that. Every now and then I get one, but I don't pay it much attention. But some people get it a lot. And it can really mess with some people's mental health. Then when you do watch other videos that are kind of the same topic as yours, it can get really disheartening when you're like, okay, I get why people like that, but like mine, the van thing, you know, I watch a few van people and very few of them now talk much about where they're going, what they're doing, sharing things for the community and for other people to go experience. It's mostly about doing this, sitting and talking at a camera, because that's what people want. And if you want to do YouTube a lot and you want to be successful, or at least from my perspective, make it worth your time and effort, you have to do that stuff. And not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to make up drama, because newsflash, most of the junk you see, the drama, it's created. It's all crap. So you have to make sure, if you're going to make a video, you have to get a great thumbnail and you have to have a great tag, you know, a great title to your video. So because of that, so many people just make up junk. Try not to swear. I try not to swear on YouTube. But a lot of people just make up junk to get views, you know. And I don't know, for a long time it was a lot of fun for me. And for a while now, it's become more drudgery than fun. When it gets to 50-50, that's fine. When it's like 70-30 drudgery and getting a video done and going, oh, that's pretty cool. I think there's going to be people that will like that. We'll see something cool. No. So you do all that stuff for a very small core group of people, which again, I really like. I like the communication with those people that will probably watch this, and there'll be a very small number will say, oh no, please reconsider. Don't quit making your videos. I really like your videos. I have a few that say, you're my favorite channel for RV stuff. Well, that pool of people that think my videos are fun is a pretty small pool. It's a very small kiddie pool. And it just becomes a lot, you know, to do. Because I think the purpose and the goal of social media is to either enrage us, make people mad. You make videos that'll piss people off, really successful, or the people that are trying to make others envy them. And again, when you go on this RV stuff and you watch people, oh my God, most of them do one of two things. It is the greatest thing in the history of the world, nothing ever goes wrong. Or they do videos that everything goes wrong, it's terrible, I'm being accosted, and my life is horrible. And neither of those things are true. But if you want to get the views and the likes and have people come back, you got to create that drama. And if you're just not a person that's into that, then your videos, which I admit all the time, I find my videos pretty boring, you know, because I'm not trying to create that drama. I'm trying to go to a place that people might enjoy. I go to one area a lot, which I'm sure a lot of people are tired of. but I drove cross country. I took a van trip from Ohio all the way to Washington State to the coast and back through the Rockies. Amazing, wonderful, wonderful. Nobody wanted to watch that either. So there's that. And I just did a segue. Very poor segue. And then there's, it's not just YouTube anymore. Now it is TikTok. And I am not a social media person, honestly. I have Facebook for friends. But I don't spend any time on Twitter, any of that noise. I don't spend any time on TikTok. And we're a TikTok world now, where we seem to have the attention span of 5 seconds. And when YouTube bases promoting people by how long somebody stays engaged, in a world where nobody can seem to stay engaged more than 20 seconds, it becomes a difficult algorithm to get people to see anything more than the silly time suck that we all tend to get into. And I'm just not one for the time suck kind of thing. I don't know. So you got people spending a lot of their time making videos, and it gets old. You get some people that are really successful, even in the RV community, but you notice the ones that have gotten more successful, the RV's kind of just in the background. It's all about talking to a camera and sharing their lives, and a lot of them have even gotten to where they're not in a van anymore. They're traveling different ways, or they're building a homestead, or they're doing something like that. And when you have a YouTube channel, you don't want to have too many different topics that you do. But then again, if you're just talking about one thing, and in a world now that everybody wants to hashtag live the van life, shit, in America, there seem to be more vans out there than guns. And we all know we got a lot of guns in America. So, the competition you're going to have in whatever area that you're concentrating a video on, for most people, there's just so much competition and so much time suck, people want to hear people's opinions. And for a lot of people that make YouTube, I'm coming here so that I don't have to share my opinions, because I have them, but I don't want to argue with people. I don't want to contribute to the horrible discourse we all have with each other. So YouTube becomes more and more frustrating for that, when I feel like to be successful, you have to do that stuff, or you have to, in many ways, you just have to compromise what your original idea was for making videos. Now, people that get a lot of views and make a lot of money, they're going to stick it out, and they're going to tailor their videos explicitly for getting views, getting likes, keeping people engaged, doing all those things to make money, because that's their living. That's where they're feeding their family, or they're doing whatever it is they're doing. So when you as a creator start doing that, then you've kind of sold out, and not as an insult. I don't insult anybody that does that, but you lose what you wanted to do from the start to get popular, relevant, and get views, get money, get all that junk, contributing to the time suck. So, in wrapping that up, if you're wondering why some people are going away, I think that's a reason for a lot of people. Burnout. If you've never done a video, if you don't have a channel of your own, and you think nothing of it when you click on a video to watch it, no matter how great the quality or how poor the quality of that video is technically, it takes a lot of time and effort for people. And after a while, a lot of people get burnt out of it, as a lot of people get burnt out in the van life. I'm getting ready to do a trip, which I may or may not record, and Cousin Eddie, my van is staying here. I'm not taking the van. But yeah, so if you want to hashtag live the van life and hashtag live the YouTube life, where that's going to be your sole source of income, be careful. It's not always easy. So that's my thoughts on that. Lots of time, lots of effort. When it's popular, when you're getting good feedback and you're getting a lot of views, just not just for the money, but you feel good when you're like, oh, people like that. And when you start seeing that slip, you can easily take it personal too, which I don't. But lots of people do. But once you start realizing you're not getting that engagement back, another YouTube buzz phrase, when you're not getting that engagement back, you start questioning, well, why am I doing this? Because I think most YouTubers are different than I am. And I know all the successful ones are definitely different than I am. That's their purpose, to make the videos. And mine is to do the travels, to live the life, to have the good times, and take the camera along with me and try to share it with people. And not have it be about me, have it be about, you can do this too. Well, I'm learning that either it's just me, people might not like me. I hate to admit it, but it is possible that people might not like me. Or they're just not interested. And I have to decide what I'm going to do, like a lot of other people do. So that's my ramble. That's my thoughts on why people quit YouTube. Why I may quit YouTube. I don't know. I might give it another month. I don't know. Yeah. So that's all I got. That's what I had to say. I wonder how many people made it this far. Probably not very many. Because like I'm talking, you just don't get a lot of views on some things. Like I say it all the time, my favorite videos that I do are sunsets. I find a beautiful sunset, I do time lapse, I put some music over it. It relaxes me to witness it firsthand, and it relaxes me to rewatch that video later. Nobody's into it. It's like when you're at a campground and you actually look around and notice when a pretty sunset happens, how many people are not paying attention to it whatsoever. Because we're all different. So YouTube is all different on what people find interesting. If you found your little niche as you're making YouTube videos, congratulations. If that niche slides away, it doesn't define who you are as a person. Just live your life and have the best days you can. And, as I always say, that will help you have a great and wonderful day. Till next time. We'll see. Till next time.